Before we get started, please take the time to like, add, and subscribe to our pages on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and iTunes. Also, please leave us a review.
I shit you not, I looked up and looked over at one point, and there was a wave above my head. It was a little far out, so we're rolling on, and I just feel like, goosh, goosh. And Chairman was like, yeah, there was a lot of times where his boat was completely out of the water.
Oh my God.
That's like 18 foot.
We can wander our way over, because this is Wandering Ways.
What's Bigfoot possibility?
All right, ready?
Yep.
Clink.
Clink.
Well, welcome back, Wanderers, to another Wandering Ways podcast. And if you're watching on our YouTube or Spotify, you get to see our guest that we have today, my good cousin, Jerrid Gray. You've heard me talk a lot of shit about him on the podcast. So now he gets to back it up. So I'm super excited because we have a good episode for you today. Me and Jerrid, he's known me 26 years, my whole life.
Ooh.
And as you might notice, Mark's not here. So Mark called me up and he said, our schedules just weren't aligning. I was traveling down to New Mexico. He's working for, whatever working he's doing. And I was like, I'm not going to do a solo sode like Mark did that time. So I'm going to reach out to Jerrid. We're going to talk fishing today. But before we get into that, I just want Jerrid, let's tell him a little about yourself.
My name's Jerrid, as you heard. My Instagram is downtown Jerrid. So downtown and then Jerrid.
Oh yeah, you spell it weird.
Yeah. I didn't. My parents did. They're the ones that chose that for some reason.
But how you say it is how you would say Jerrid. How else would you say that word?
Exactly. Yeah, and then I also run the Blue Ribbonettes Instagram, and I work for them too. So
well, and you might be familiar with the Blue Ribbonettes. We have the code Rougarou10. So if you guys want to get a net, they're pretty cool. Maybe you talk a little bit about the nets. I know we're going to talk fishing today, but oh look, he's got one. He's got a prop, guys.
Boom! Look at that.
Beautiful.
Aquafade.
That's biodegradable, correct?
Yep, our proprietary bag. I have this.
I love how it's not focusing on the.
I know
it's focusing on you.
I don't remember how to do it. Oh, blur my background. Let's turn that. Oh,
fixed it. There it is.
Yeah,
that's
so that one. That is our walnut and ash combo.
That is pretty. That is pretty. Yeah. Like a brown and a light brown wood colors.
I also have another one, which is our cherry and walnut.
That is beautiful.
Red with the walnut outside.
It's dark.
And then this one isn't the full net because that's in my pickup. But no, this is another walnut and ash. I need a cherry and ash.
Oh, that's fine. Tell them to go to the website and you can see the cherry and ash ones. There you go.
Yep. Or, Mark can do some editing magic and I'll just dip out to the car real quick.
Yeah, well, he's going to edit this in a day because this comes out on Wednesday, May 4th.
Oh, okay.
Well, so May the 4th be with you, everybody. If you're listening live, Jerrid's also a Star Wars fan like me. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Bones' name is Kylo Ren. Like that with the red.
Yeah. And then Jar Jar Binks. He's not black, though.
Jar Jar.
Yeah. No, but it's good. And just like the desert, where they filmed the first scene in Star Wars Episode 4, they're in White Sands, New Mexico. I just got back from New Mexico where, we grew up a little bit down there. You from Los Lunas, me from Albuquerque. Definitely some cool stuff. I got some cool stickers. I got this one for the Rougarou. Got nice. This Bigfoot one wearing the New Mexico cap for, something. I have a whole pen of stickers in my car or in my desk here that have just tons of stickers that I don't even have a home for yet.
Yeah.
But
You'll find
Yes,
a home from. You'll find
exactly. No, but I want to show you one of the sticker that I got here at New Mexico right here. It says land back. It's a native woman holding the sign. It just says land back. Look at that face.
I know, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Well, yeah, nature native. You know, if you watch on your Instagram, you post a lot of the videos you go in nature. I also want to show some of the art I got down there because me and Matt, what was really cool, if you check out the social medias, we did the Sandia Tram, which is really cool. You go up on the Sandia Mountain. You go from 6,000 feet to 10,000 feet. It's the longest tram in North America.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It was the longest tram in the world until about 2010.
Ooh.
And then Turkey built like a 3-miler.
Holy cow, just decided, hey, you know what? We're going to take that record for good.
Well, they did because this one is a 1 mile. Or no, maybe it was like 2.6. I don't know. Something like that. Look it up.
Look it up. Listeners.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I should have come more prepared. No, it was cool. The guy was spitting facts on the tram. He was even saying, because we did it in the morning, it got really windy in the afternoon, and they said they close it at about 40-mile-an-hour winds, and they were expecting that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was neat. I mean, it holds probably about 20 people going up the mountain.
What the hell do you do if you're up there and it gusts are in earlier than we expected, shut down? How the hell do you get down?
They have like weights and water in the bottom of them, he was saying. So like they'll get you down. They won't take more people up, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's interesting.
40 is the all right, but it can actually withstand up to 60, but we'll be safe.
Yeah, we're going to say 40 for insurance reasons.
Yep.
No, it was exciting. I like that. And then we checked out the Petroglyph Monument. It's a national monument. National Parks runs it. We did a hike in the desert. I didn't even pack shorts. I wore jeans because it was a business trip. It was 80 degrees in the desert.
Gosh, if it's over 50 degrees, I'm not wearing pants. It's shorts.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking business and look kind of, dark jeans, dark pants, but that walk in the desert, it was kind of cool because you see the faces and the carvings on the rock that the natives have there. And you're native, I'm native, we're cousins, are from the same tribe. Oh. Where your dad is the chairman of, which is really cool. Yeah. But there's ancient trade routes, there's stories, there's there was culture in life. And I guess my thing is, I was sitting there talking to Matt Buddy, and I'm telling him, where I'm looking at these faces, that could just be graffiti. That could be a kid. He's like, fuck, I have to go wait out for the deer, by myself. I'm going to just draw this deer here. Well, don't you think? Or what do you think when you see that art? You go to Pompey's Pillar and you see the art.
Yeah, just a mom and a dad and a little kid, and the little kid drawing. Quit drawing on the walls! Come on.
But honestly, you get these white interpreters that I went to Oxford and I did this. You didn't fucking study native specific this. Yes, he's communicating here about the buffalo and they roam on through. It's not like you see the train. It's no, he's drawing a dick. You know what I mean? How much have we really got more intelligent? We're still drawing dicks on trains. What do you think evolved from? You know what I'm saying though? No, it symbolizes the trade between the two parties. I mean, maybe.
I mean, maybe. Okay, that one sounds a little legit, but
yeah, right. Oh, that one shows the horses painted on the buffalo coming to each other. Yeah, no. But speaking of that cool art, I was able to buy some art down there in New Mexico. Got myself a new necklace because instead of wearing ties, I like wearing turquoise and beads. Pretty. Yeah. Got the maroon, the white, the blue. I'm showing it, so you guys got to be on Spotify to see this, or the YouTube. You want to see this, but we're going to talk about the art. Because art's cool. I really like the New Mexico art, the food down there. I'm going to show you the earrings, these turquoise earrings I got, and the turquoise mines down in Albuquerque, New Mexico are kind of cool. Yeah. No. And what I like about going down, because we were down there for Gathering a Nation's powwow, we were there's a lot of vendors, so the prices are real good.
Oh,
So
really?
they're all competing with each other.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, look, you got turquoise earrings. So do all these other Navajos.
Yep.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, it's really kind of cool. I got these ones for Thea too, because they trade the coastal trades, with the shells.
Yeah.
Like, how else they get in shells? Trade routes from the California tribes. You're telling me California doesn't have a single like you look at the reservation land. How come California doesn't have a lot of reservations on the sea? Because the Spanish conquistadors fucked them up. Like they just like, you don't believe in God, we're going to kill you and we're going to take your land. And that's what happened. But you find shells and stuff in like tombs in Ohio from the trade routes, and it's just like,
Right.
like, come on, guys. Yeah, got those. Even got her some. We went to the Balloon Fiesta Museum, which was really cool. This year, in October, it's going to be the 50th anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
That's
I'm like,
huge.
and I was like, let's get an Airbnb or something and go down there. Like, I'm down to get like a big group. I'm like so on board.
Yeah.
And
Listeners, that's you too. Join us.
yeah, there you go. There you go. We'll be there. We'll do a live broadcast. So I had to get Thea some, balloon earrings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But the lady was also telling me, so she was talking about special shapes, right?
Yeah.
And I was actually there the day Smokey the Bear crashed into the tower and popped. And the kids had to it was one of those telephone towers and they had to walk down it. It was kind of crazy. Look it up. This news story. It's wild. Yeah. I was with my grandparents Watson, and they were we were there, and we were walking on because it's a golf course too, because they're not always launching balloons.
Right.
And I'm just looking and I look up and I'm like, what's going on? Like, oh, little kid,
Yeah.
But, she was saying for the special balloons, 127 balloons sent in a permit, and they only accepted 100.
Really?
You're only getting the cream of the crop.
Oh, dude.
I know. And then you come here to the Magic City Balloon Rally in Billings, they're like, we got 4 balloons.
Woo, double what it was last year.
Honestly, though. Honestly. One hobby I think I would do. I would get into ballooning if I had the money, because I love it. They're beautiful.
Dude. Heck yeah. And you guys started knowing how to fly them. Like, oh, if I go up too high, the air moves this way, and then I get caught in a jet stream.
Oh wow. Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, I really, as a kid growing up down there, seeing that was cool. Like the glow at night.
Fun.
What?
A hot air balloon, and jump out and do a parachute. You know what I mean?
So
those ones that do the big ass swing where a dude will be holding onto a rope, right? And he'll jump out of one because they have 2 balloons going up. One has the end of the rope, one is attached. So he'll jump out of this one and swing under this one and then let go and parachute down. That kind of stuff is cool.
That is cool. At Sandia, you can take that tram up, and they have signs and whatnot for paragliders.
Really?
So you could just go right off. Probably squirrel suit too, if you're that good.
Dude.
You should do it.
I know. I should get one of those paragliders with the big ass fan in the back.
Motor.
Power ones.
We can stay up a lot longer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So your gas runs out. You just glide down.
Gas.
That's it.
Yeah. Just manually crash.
Yeah.
Manually assisted crash.
Yep.
No, it's wild. I love it. I want to get back down there. They apparently in 2000 they tried 1,000 balloons in one day. Too much, they said.
Too much.
Yeah. But and then the last piece of, right?
Pump the brakes.
The last piece of art I want to show you is I bought a copper bracelet, because metal prices are going up. So I thought might as well invest now. No, he was a cool Navajo kid, and we were talking, and I shouted him out on Instagram. And basically what he's saying is keep grounded, wear the metal, it'll keep you grounded, earthing, all that connects you to the earth. Good stuff. And he's always talked about he was talking about his art, and I was talking to him I display these kind of pieces. I display them because it is art. You know it. I display one of your pieces, the travertine. You know, you're an artist, you're a beater too.
Yeah, kind of hobby.
Kinda, he says. I think you put out some great work. You put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah. Done some earrings, some keychains, different styles of earrings, like the folded peyote leaf one, and then the those fringe earrings that I've made. Done travertine. I've done like travertine, like little sculptures. I've done travertine, made a whole big ass clock out of travertine and resin. I did a square one and a round one. That square one, yeah.
You've done woodwork with like electric, like that time we were doing those signs, and you're like, yeah, let's go buy a microwave and destroy it. And you're like taking wires, just random ass wires and coat hangers, and we're like tapping nails into a piece of wood, and you're burning electricity through the wood.
Yeah, making those big Montana signs out of each slat.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
At your old work, talk about liability.
I know, right? Right in that side, just high voltage electricity from the transformer of a microwave, just across, like, especially when it would arc, get them too close, and it's like, oh.
It was
wild.
Right,
unplug it.
It was wild. And I mean, if that's not, your art is beautiful, I display it, but if that's not just a taste of who you are, what kind of adventures we have together, you're going to be excited for our fishing talk. And you've done some pretty big tournaments. Honestly, the Governor's Cup, it's very selective.
Yeah. Yep. They let in about 200 boats, and they always get maxed out every year. With Chairman has been doing the Governor's Cup since like 1996 or something like that.
So, that long?
Yeah.
Every year?
Years that he had to take off, but especially in the later years because of chairman duties. What was that, last year?
Yeah, I think it was, or 2 years ago maybe, because they might.
2 years ago did the Governor's Cup. Excuse me.
So what's that like, real quick? I'm curious, like how walk me through a fishing tournament. I've never been in one. How does it work?
It's really cool. So you show up a couple days earlier. It's called pre-fishing. You want to get your spots down. So, at least on this one, it was at Fort Peck, which is the largest lake in Montana, and the most shoreline of like the lakes of like west of the Mississippi or something like that. There's a fact there about really long shoreline because it's how much it like branches out.
The fingers of the lake. Yeah.
Yep. There's so many fingers, and they're all just so jagged. So it's just miles and miles of shoreline. But yeah, you show up a couple days early. Some people bring campers. We just brought a tent to camp. We camped. The tournaments are usually on, sometimes they'll do they're usually on Friday, Saturdays. So we showed up on a Wednesday. We wanted to pre-fish for 2 days. We got out there on Wednesday, caught some fish, but I mean, just to try to what are they biting on? What colors are you using? What method? Are we jigging? Are we bottom bouncing? Are we trolling? Kind of stuff like that. Are we using live bait? What are we using? Worms, leeches, minnows. So you really want to get those couple days, you want to get dialed in. However, this time we did it for the first day, but the wind picked up too much, so we had to hop off because Fort Peck when there's wind, they send out a wind advisory. Like, boats will capsize if you are on there when it's windy.
Well, didn't you say the waves, and you were just ducking and whatnot?
Yeah. Oh. So Wednesday, it kind of got windy. Thursday, we didn't pre-fish because it was already too windy when we woke up. So we went up to my buddy Mike Diggins' house, hung out there for the day, came back on Friday. You get up early in the morning. Could you say that again?
Oh, Siri wants to know about
fishing. I know, right?
The government. No, I'm just kidding.
Big brother.
Yeah.
The first day you wake up and you have a number that you're assigned. And so what they'll do is usually it's one day they'll start from everyone's randomly assigned or you're not randomly assigned a number. What they do is they randomly pick the starting point. And so it's like someday it'll be like, all right, well, we're going to start with 32. I think I remember this correctly. But they'll drop you off from 32 all the way around, in sections, in 15-minute sections. And so they're releasing like 50 at a time. That water is like, it's crazy. You want to be one of the first ones, I mean, but it's equal because the next day they go backwards from so one day you're first, one day you're last. If you're in the middle, you're in the middle both days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're all racing out. And what's cool is like on a cool, like glass morning, where it is awesome just to see all these boats head out at the same time. And they're all just hauling ass,
Yeah.
Chairman's boat's really freaking fast because it has like a 300 or 325 on it.
Wow.
So
mine just has a 70. And
right?
you could see the drone footage that you actually took on Salmon Lake on Zach of Wandering Ways.
Yeah.
So like if you want to see that and then think 3 times, 4 times as much almost.
Yep. It's really cool. It's just like hauling ass. We're going probably about close to 60 miles an hour, which is so fast on water.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you see everyone just like all as a pack, and then they just start splitting away. Oh, which way are those guys going? Oh, which way? And a lot of them, there's certain hot spots in that lake of where you want to fish for walleye. So some of them do end up with us, but out of the 200, we ended up maybe seeing 8 boats.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right? Exactly. And so maybe 10, maybe, but yeah, so I can't remember if it was the first day or the second day. I think it was the first day. No, it was the second. It was the second. We were fishing on one side of the lake. The wind starts coming in from the other side. So we're like, all right, well, it's going to be almost our time. Because it was like 30 minutes of a boat drive, like just hauling ass. So we're like, oh, well, it's like an hour before. Let's go ahead and start making our way back before this wind gets back. We cut across the lake, start head up, kind of fishing along what we do. I caught this giant ass pike when we hadn't caught dick all day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, I got one. I'm reeling it. And we're going around this point. And so the water gets real shallow and it jumped, like a big wave was coming and it jumped out of that wave. And it's like, oh, it's a fucking pike. But they do have like other pots. So like you can put in for biggest walleye. Even like if you don't win with the most weight, you can get biggest walleye. You can do small fry, who has the dinkiest. Like even have like biggest pike, and then like sauger, and then I think maybe even like catfish or stuff. They have other things that you can like put in the pot for that. It's like $20 to buy in,
That makes sense because you're going to catch other things when you're out there. I mean, we do it all the time, right? Or fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Catch a carp.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So just kind of keep it interesting. We didn't put in for the pike though, so I didn't keep it, but it was honestly like, I mean, you always see fishermen like, oh, this is big, but it actually was like, it filled up the bottom of Chairman's like giant boat net.
Well, and that, I mean, you're probably talking a 50-inch pike, and that's common.
Yeah.
For that lake, you can catch them that big. I mean, that one we probably pulled out a tongue was in the 30s.
Yeah.
Like just long, skinny fish. I mean, the snakes can see. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm jealous. I like catching pike.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Good thing it like let go of the hook when we had it in the net, so I didn't have to touch that slimy son of a bitch.
They are slimy, and they're cheap.
It was all over the net and just like dripping off. It was so stressed. It was just like, ugh. So it unhooked itself, and you just kind of put the net down in the water and kind of flip it over. Boom, it was gone. Rinse the net. Let's go. But then, so then we start heading back, and the waves start getting real serious, and we are going slow. Chairman's sitting there working the throttle because you got to know when to kill it, know when to gun it, know when to. And I shit you not, I'm holding as tight as I can on the railing that's right in front of me, having a like full-on anxiety panic attack.
Oh, I believe it.
Like this was the scariest thing I've ever done on a boat. I shit you not, I looked up and looked over at one point, and there was a wave above my head. It was a little far out, so we're rolling on, and I just feel like goosh, goosh. And Chairman was like, yeah, there was a lot of times where his boat was completely out of the water.
Oh my God.
That's like 18 foot of boat. Just like, if it's not, it's like a 22 actually, but I mean like motor is still in the water, but like 18 foot of your boat is sticking in air, and then it slams down. So it's super scary.
And you just hit that wrong, you roll it.
Exactly. Like there was, as we were packing up, the next day. There was, or no, we came off the, I can't remember if it was right after or if it was when we were packing up the next day, or because you have dinner, they have like announcements, everything like that. They feed you and stuff like that. It's really cool. Like a big barbecue thing.
Cool.
They have a stage. They give out a ton of prizes, stuff like that. But
music
yeah,
any of the nights?
huh?
Is there music any of the nights?
Yeah, I think so. I think they did music. We didn't really stay for it, but
Do non-fishermen show up?
Yep. So what they'll do on like the first night for the Governor's Cup, they usually do. It was different because of COVID, but what they usually do is like a big walleye feed.
Oh, cool.
And so they'll tons and tons of like walleye bites, like little fried bites of it, and the whole community will come over. You know, like
that's
all
cool.
from Glasgow or whatever will show up, and you're feeding a bunch of people. So it's and then but yeah, so this guy pulled up. Excuse me, as we're like doing shit and we're talking about it, and he's like, holy shit. And he had a nice nitro boat about like same size as my dad's, and he was like, yeah, my dad had to lay down because he was freaking out as well. So he was driving. He said they went over one wave, came down, and a wave came over their back quarter, like the whole back corner of their boat, and they started going, and another wave picked him out of it. And he was just like, it was like one of the scariest things up, and they're pretty big boats.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like being in yours, or like
you're done. You're sunk.
Yep. So like it was so scary, dude.
Wow.
But I mean, tournament, huh?
Tournament, huh?
Fort Beck.
Yeah.
And then I've also done the Hell Creek tournament at Fort Beck too, and that's just down the lake, off another arm. But we kind of fished the same area as we did as the Governor's Cup because it kind of overlaps. They have boundaries and stuff like that. So, yeah, we did that one. That was pretty fun too.
Yeah,
it's not as big as Governor's Cut, but not as big as like a show or whatever. But it's still really fun.
So you guys are going to actually run Hell Creek Marina as well, where that tournament takes place. Yeah, if you feel free to share, because I mean that's publicity.
Yeah, the Little Shell took over the like lease of that instead of the state parks. So there's a campsite, and we're looking at upgrading it. We're gonna have internet out there.
Wow.
For all the campsites, we're going to be managing it. And so there's going to be some changes. We're going to allow more primitive camping. We might put in like a ATV course because of how many, like there's one road in and out. It's a real bad road. So we're looking at getting that fixed. My dad actually had talked to Governor Gianforte, and he said that they were going to pave 5 miles a year.
Oh, wow.
Because it's 20 miles and finally get it all paved. But I don't think they've started that yet.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 years, so they still haven't. But
that area is really cool because it's part of what the CMR Refuge. Mm-hmm. They call it the Missouri River Breaks.
Yep.
I've seen some of the largest bull elk in these hills in my life.
Dude,
they're and that's where they say those rams. Me and you, we went to the Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks auction they had this last summer. And those rams, that's where they come out of.
Right.
Like it's that area. It's such a cool, and you're right. You said primitive. That's one of the best ways to describe that area. The people that live in those towns and cities want to be away from everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So like you have camping spots, you have ones that have electricity, you have other areas that are completely primitive. It's really cool. We're looking forward to. No, there's not going to be a riverboat casino there. Like that's of course. There's always rumors when natives do anything of they're going to put up a casino, and so
have people really thought that?
Yeah, thought that we were going to put a riverboat casino at fucking Hell Creek outside of Jordan, Montana, the least populated county in the state of Montana. A super smart area to put a riverboat casino up a 20-mile dirt road of washboards that are that deep and rattle everything apart. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of people going to a riverboat casino.
Oh, we got to put up 3.
Exactly. And they travel the lake.
Yeah, they travel the lake. I go to Glasgow.
Yeah. So But that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, and I mean today, like I called you and I called you to do this. So we had a little bit of internet technical difficulties before we go, and all I heard was moose saw it first day.
Yeah.
But I knew you were fishing. So what was going on there?
Yeah, down here in Paradise Valley, I just went, decided, hey, I'm gonna go try to hit a different fishing spot, just bank fish for a little bit, take out the drone. There was no wind, which is really surprising for Paradise Valley. So you got to take advantage when you can. And it was almost 60 degrees out, so I was like, wow, perfect day to go fishing. Caught a stick, and that was about it.
Caught a stick. So you saw a moose.
Yeah. On my way back, like I was just messing around with my drone, hopped in my car, started heading back. I see this Toyota Tacoma pass me, kind of hit its brakes and turned in this like road. And I was like, oh, I didn't know anyone lived up there. But then they whipped a Yui, and I was like, what the hell are they looking at? And right as I thought that, I look off to my right, and there's a fence, and there's this big ass. And I was just like, that had to be a moose, had to be. So I went up and turned around, came back. The Tacoma had parked kind of near where it was. The moose, as I'm driving by, is walking along the fence and then just disappears into the brush. And I'm like, damn it, I only got a glimpse of it. And then I went, holy shit, I still have my drone. So I parked off, hopped out, flew it up. And dude, it was like 50 feet from the road. You couldn't see it from the road because all the trees and stuff. But you get the drone up, and I stay super far away. That way they can't like hear it. Like they were being more bothered by the people driving on the road.
If David Attenborough and Planet Earth can do it, so can you.
Yeah. I was way up there. Like it didn't even hear it. I zoomed in with the camera feature. I didn't fly close to it. But literally like right behind that bramble was just this massive bed, like where it stays. It was like a huge area, and just laying down in there and watching the road because that Tacoma was still there. And it was really cool. And then I was watching that, and I filmed it on my Snapchat. Like, oh yeah, there's my drone. That's a moose. Showed my
Oh, I thought that was a bird.
And then I turned, and I didn't catch it on film, but I look over, and this bald eagle just fucking comes and fucks up another bird in the air, and the bird like and then takes off. It was just like, oh, what is going on right now? This is so cool. Like,
wow,
nature, man.
Dude, that's wild to see the eagle do that. I love how territorial they can get.
Yeah, like that bird that attacked my drone at Salmon Lake.
Well, I thought you were going to say the eagle was going to hit your drone.
Oh no, I know, right? No, I was way a lot higher up than it, because it was just right above the trees.
Oh,
but
wow.
Dude, it was super cool.
Get out of here.
I know, right?
Was it a bull moose?
No, cow.
Cow.
Is it cow? Do they say cow?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a different.
And he's not talking moo moo.
Right, exactly.
So I was kind of thinking of getting into sport fishing again, but I feel like I need a good quality net.
Well, you know what, Reverend? I got the key solution for you. You know, our friends at Blue Ribbon Net make this eco-friendly aquafade bag, so you're not hurting the environment. It's 100% biodegradable. Plus, the wood is locally sourced, and it is also biodegradable, and it's just such a great company to use. The Blue Ribbon Nets, they're here in Bozeman, Montana, and we even have a discount code. That's right. If you use the code Rougarou10, that's right. That's my Jeep, the Rougarou. Rougarou10, RUGARU10. You're going to get some discount on a Blue Ribbon net. You know, you can get the long one if you're fishing the big fish, or you can get just the good river one, you know, if you're like me and just want to catch a lot of fish.
So again, make sure you go check out Blue Ribbon and use the promo code Rougarou10.
Hey there, Reverend. I heard that you might be running dry on your sticker supplier.
Yeah, I've been looking around, and I've kind of like run out of cool stickers to buy and put on water bottles and stuff.
Well, I mean, have you seen the stuff Josh has been coming out with lately?
No, I have not.
Well, he is doing some really cool stuff with the Shop LS574. Yes, they're working with indigenous communities and making some really cool stickers. He has a really cool buffalo mountain sticker. There's even water bottles, hats, sweatshirts, the whole swag. And we even got a discount code for you guys. Yes, if you use Wandering Ways at shop LS574, you're going to be getting a discount on your next purchase. But not only that, you're going to be giving a percentage of that sale to the Little Shell Tribe, as well as they donate $1 of every sale to murdered and missing Indigenous women. So just such a cool thing going on there. You know, you use the code Wandering Ways, WANDERING WAYS, and you put that in there, boom, you're getting a discount. No, that's really cool. I mean, that's what I like about like when we go fishing and whatnot. You know, last year, like we're rafting the Blackfoot. You know, I mean, Tyler had his Californian friends, which I mean, we love California, but we hate you at the same time because you know why. Because like, who's the one to fall off the kayak? Who's the one to pull up to the gas pump wrong? Who's the one to like freak out? Like, oh my God, look, the deer crossed the river like they do in the movie.
Fell out of the raft.
Oh yeah.
I had to save them.
I know.
We had to they fell out and then, oh man, they started like drifting down and he just started, we grabbed him, pulled him in, but them doing that got us lodged on rocks. And literally there was like just this mountain in the middle of our raft because it was sitting on a rock. It was like, God. So we lifted it up, got it off of there. And like, I had to do this. I'm standing on mossy ass rocks, roaring part of the river.
I know.
Start going away in the raft after it's off that rock. Like I can't hold it back. So I'm like leaning back, holding onto it. Then I'm like, I'm going to have to jump. I had to let go of the raft, like step on another rock and jump onto the raft. And it was like close. Like I could have just like missed and hit a rock, you know? Gosh. And of course, I don't even think they didn't even have their life jackets on when that happened.
Of course they did. Californians, huh? No, but like honestly, like I had this conversation with Paul. You know, he's our Pueblo friend down south in New Mexico, and I'm like, you know, there's 4 people I talk to about like, you know, fishing on the river, doing things on the river, lakes, whatever. It's you, my dad, Josh, and your dad. You know, and it's like I think that's rooted in our Little Shell history of us like being trappers, being hunters, being translators and guidesmen. You know, it's part of that French Métis blend that came into the tribe and the buffalo culture of following animals. And I love like our stories like this because it's like, yeah, like I feel like well versed in the outdoors because we grew up in it. You know, like you hear these stories, you're like, well, yeah, like who the fuck does that?
Right?
Like,
oh, a moose like gored someone or like severely injured someone because they tried to ride it. Who the fuck's trying to ride a moose? You know, like,
or they put a baby bison in the back of their car.
Oh my gosh. Yep, exactly.
And you're just like, oh my God, like who let them in? But like, oh my God, yeah, we do that. I mean, we've been in some. I remember what we were rafting the Yellowstone River in August one time, and same thing. The raft kind of got stuck, and you kind of started to go under. And
yep. Chairman had to save me. He had to pull me up from under the raft.
Yeah,
I started slipping because the raft got stuck on a log, and I was on the outside of the raft, and that current just kept me going. And so I'm grabbed on, and I'm sliding under, and he jumped up and grabbed me by my life vest because I was wearing it. And just like one arm, I'm a big dude. And he just like, just threw me on the raft. Got that parental adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that fucking mother bear.
Yeah, exactly. Saw the fear in my eyes. You knew it was real.
I saw the fear in your eyes a couple times.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. Like when you think of like the bodies of water we've been on and the places we go and the fish we've seen and caught, you know,
you're my one and only witness to I've had a three-peat
every time.
Three-peats. Like there's been 3 times.
3 different rivers.
I've gone fishing. Yep, 3 different rivers. Yeah. Exactly. One was in Red Lodge. There was this big rock. I'm throwing this little lure. First
Same
cast.
lure.
Yeah. No, except for this last time.
Okay.
Except for this last time. I used my blue fox or whatever.
You're going to give it away.
The little shad. I know, right? I'm a sharing fisherman.
Right.
I don't gatekeep. But little lure was outside of Red Lodge, big rock, threw behind it. I was like, there has to be fish there. Boom, first cast, catch a little one. Oh, I caught one. Second cast, boom, caught another one. Third cast, caught third fish in a row. Holy shit. A couple years later, me and Zach are headed up to Sealy for the 4th. We stop off in Three Forks State Park. State Park? Yeah. Three Forks State Park. I'm fishing on that one. Which one is that? The Madison?
I think that one was the one that you were on.
Because that's where they all converge, right?
Yeah, and I think the Madison, we'll call it the Madison.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
I'll have to look it up.
Look it up, listeners. Oh, wait, they don't know where I was. Yeah, same thing. I mean, that one wasn't on the first try, so it was like casting for a little bit. But then, boom, one after another, Zach saw me catch 3 in a row. That was my second three-peat. And then a couple of weeks ago when we were floating down here at the Yellowstone near Prey, from Gray Owl to Mill Creek.
Yeah.
But right where Mill Creek comes in, there's a green hole. We were in that canoe and we went over super shallow. And obviously the canoe is going to be heavier where I'm sitting. One, because I was sitting closer to the end of it. Zach's seat was more in the middle. Two, I'm a lot bigger. So it was like that. And we were going over that green hole. And I just, boom, beached us. And his end was hanging out over the like deep part of it. My end was secured on the rocks. I had that brown trout Mapsaglia.
Oh.
Boom, right in that little honey hole. Caught 2 cutthroat and a rainbow.
And those are your first Yellowstone cutthroat. And that's really cool. Because the Yellowstone cutthroat's a protected fish. So we threw it back like we're supposed to.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess you can keep them over 14 inches in this state.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was reading I sent you a picture of the regulations.
I know, it was just like, it looked like the side note or whatever. It wasn't like, there wasn't a lot, you know.
No.
These waters are like,
yeah, you got to
regulations at the wazoo, you know.
Oh, I know. It's just like,
Yeah.
Oh, Missouri River. Okay, I'm put this away.
Yep.
Fish that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's interesting because like the Missouri and Yellowstone, they cover both the central and western part of Montana. And you can fish them different. I'm glad we have that connection up in northeastern Montana with both Mike Diggins and Thea, but I really, really, really want to fish a paddlefish.
Yeah, me too.
They've been there since prehistoric times, and if you're not familiar with them, they have that big like spoon of a nose. I don't know. It just looks like a butter knife on the end of their like nose.
Yep.
And you don't even fish for them. You snag them.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to catch one of those. I want to catch a sturgeon.
Sturgeon would be really cool too.
Especially up in like British Columbia where you get like the 11 footers. God. And they just come out of the water, but they don't fully come out of the water because they're that big.
River monsters, you know?
You don't even land them. Like you just like bring them up to the side of the boat. Like, yeah,
you're like, I caught one. All right.
No, they're cool.
Get some caviar real quick.
No, they're cool. I mean, they're huge. And river monster for sure, because like you're just swimming in there.
Yeah. Do you know that show River Monsters that used to be on like Discovery? You know why they ended filming it?
No, I'm sure.
Because he literally caught all the fish that are like known to be big river monsters. They didn't have any more content. He caught everything. Like he went and caught like all these giant ass fish. And it's like, yeah, I caught one. On to the next one. Well, they ran out.
They ran out.
You know, like
they're all extinct. Thanks for using your plastic straw today, guys.
Yep, exactly.
All the turtles are dead. No, that's great. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
No, I was watching that one show that was about like the 3 guys that from like 3 different parts of the world, and they go fish in each part and have a competition, and that inspired me to do a little contest with you this summer.
Yeah,
and we have some of our lakes and rivers picked out. We have some interesting, different target species.
Yeah, target species, exactly. Largemouth bass, baby.
I know. I'm excited. Noxon, the only reservoir in Montana that has a bass fishing tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do need to look that up.
Why not?
I know, right?
Isn't Scott's boat parked at your dad's house?
Yeah, still.
He doesn't know he doesn't know it'll be missing.
Exactly. He won't even know.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to this.
we sink it.
I know, right? It's still better off.
Yeah.
You're better off with the insurance money anyway.
Right? At this point.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we've done ice fishing. We've done we tried to fly fish a few times.
I know. I need a better rod to do it, but
we'll bring mine over.
Yeah.
Did you talk to our friend?
Who?
Lazy Eye.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, okay. So Jared's gonna ask someone to teach him how to fly fish. And maybe. But like for what I was saying, like I like to say, like fly fishing, I feel like you're just feeding the fish. You're feeding the fish what they're already eating. You know, they sit there in the water, moving side to side like that, just sitting in those paths where that stuff, those currents. And that's the thing. The river has different currents at different points based on rocks, boulders, moving. So you really have to know what to fish. And that's why, like, I really think we're good fishermen, because like the same time, like lure fishing, you're mimicking a fish. So your reel speed matters. Your like jigging sometimes matters, how you pull it through the water. If you're throwing downriver versus upriver versus across river in a lake, you just got to know what you're doing. Like that time I was like, I'm gonna throw a bobber. Gerald was bottom bouncing. So you're going a little faster than trolling, I think, when you're bottom bouncing.
No, like trolling, you'd use the kicker motor, and so trolling is faster because that's when you use like Rapalas and shit.
Okay, so we're going slower.
Yeah, bottom bouncing is slow because you're using the bow mount. It's probably like half on a mile an hour, maybe 0.4, 0.5 miles an hour.
Drifting, basically.
Yeah.
Listing lazily to the left the whole time.
Yep.
And I had a bobber right off the back of his boat with just a worm hanging on it. Boom, 2 18-inch rainbows.
Yep, out of Cooney.
Yep,
Chairman after that was like, every time I go bottom bouncing, I'm just gonna fucking throw a bobber off the back just to see what happens then.
Just to see what happens.
Fishing for walleye, might as well take advantage of try to catch some trout now that he knows how it works.
He's gonna catch a giant walleye one of these times doing
I know, right?
What? Oh, I changed up the worm and put a leech and
and it worked. Yep.
And it worked.
State record.
Well, you were there. I mean, you were little, but he almost had the state record lake trout.
Yep. Yeah. Left it in the cooler for a couple days before he got it measured. And so it kind of like shrunk down or like lost weight or whatever. And so that's why he didn't. You were there when I almost caught the state record perch.
Right?
Out of Cooney. I was like quarter of an inch off.
Yeah, that would have been wild.
I know.
Did they cook it
instead?
We ate it. Yeah, we did. I thought we did. I was like, did we cook it?
Yep.
Oh, fucking interesting times.
Yeah.
We've done a lot.
Yep.
We've cooked walleye. One of my favorite at Cooney we've done is catching walleye. And because it's that sandstone rock, building a fire and making it like a grill and just cooking it right on the rock.
Yep. Just skin side down. That way that skin kind of sticks to the rock or whatever. But get so hot that you can just kind of peel it off of there. Boom.
That was good.
Fresh. I actually do like fresh walleye. I'm not a huge fan of fish, but like fresh walleye is good.
Well, it's that white meat,
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised you don't like pike, because that when we smoke it, man, ooh, and the bones just pop right out, not like a trout where like every bite's a bone.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I need to try it again.
I need to try it again.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I hated fish, and obviously I still hate it, but it's been so long since I've fucking tried fish. Who knows? Right? I've matured. Barely.
Well, I've been told your taste buds change every 7 years.
Yeah. Yep.
So you might, oh, this really does suck.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
As you release only.
I mean, see, I feel that same way with sushi, but again, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like they say, like tuna and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't know if I want to try raw fish.
Right?
I know I'm not. Well, I don't know actually, but I know
So
that I
no.
used to be not a fan of fish in general. So why would I like the raw shit? You know what I mean?
But I totally get it because I think that's part of like our upbringing. You know, we're from Montana, New Mexico, the Midwest, Rocky Mountain area. You're not going to eat a lot of fish.
Right. Not a lot of raw fish anyway.
Not a lot of raw. You're not wrong.
Right.
We're not the like I was watching that Life Below Zero up in Alaska, and that lady, man, she loves the eggs, right, from the fish, and she's eating it like out of the fish that she just pulled out of the ice hole. You know, she's squeezing it in her mouth. She goes, "Oh, that's the best."
Uh
Yeah,
hard pass. Hard pass.
I gotta clean my food first.
Yeah, just having a fish shit eggs into your mouth.
But like,
I mean, they're like birds. They have like a cloaca, and that's it.
yeah,
You know, so everything comes out of that one hole. Like it could have just pooped, and then you're just raw dogging fucking eggs straight from the butthole. Just, God, like God, you can't get a fucking bowl first, you know? Run a little water.
you're not wrong. I get it, but you know, but like again, that probably helps with your immune system and like a really good way.
Everything. I know, right? It's like
Way healthy living, right?
Like that. Give me some chicken nuggets,
Right?
McDonald's.
Right? As you're listening to this podcast in your car in the McDonald's drive-through, right?
Yep. Those aren't made out of chicken.
Are they not?
No, I think they're mostly made out of like fish. Honestly, maybe if they are, that's the only fish I eat.
That's the only fish I eat.
Nuggets.
God.
Yeah.
I like clam chowder. That's a good seafood I like.
I used to, and then I had like it a couple of times out of like Campbell's or whatever. But when I ate it, it still felt like there was sand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was too rubbery, you know, it wasn't like fresh clam chowder. So it was real rubbery, really chewy. And there was
You
one
have
time
it at.
huh? I'm saying like Campbell's, like out of a fucking can.
Oh,
And that kind of ruined it for me.
Did you try it in Oregon at Moe's?
No.
Shoulda.
Nope, because I had like calamari and stuff.
Oh, bougie. Sorry. Bougie native.
Bougie native.
No, it's good. I mean we've had some fun on the river. We've experienced a lot of river. We got a big experience this summer too. We're going to be hitting them hard, I think, every weekend. We're going to hit them hard this weekend, you know. Check our socials, like we said, you know.
Yep.
You want to see.
You can add me on Snap as well.
Oh, you're going to give out your Snap too.
Yeah,
Huh?
why not? Subs 0, SUBS 0.
You know, subs. That's a good one. That's
I know, right?
Like Tyler, right? Tyler's is OSU.
OSU.
Like,
gosh,
he's had
it early.
He's had offers for it.
Really?
Like people have offered him to buy it from him.
Wow.
For cheap too, and he's just like, no.
Yeah. I'll sell it to one of the schools. You know.
He should.
Honestly, hit him up. Be like, hey, do you guys want this Snapchat?
Like 10K. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's real fair. 20K.
Snapchat just turns around and is like, no, you're deleted. Here's it for free. You know?
For free, right? This guy's impostering us.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's good. But I've got to be that guy. You know, Mark typically is that guy. He calls it like, hey, we're hitting that time. And I know you and I can probably, I mean, we've probably talked on the phone for like an hour already today. So like we could go. We can go. We do go. We will be on the go this summer. So how our final words work, since you're a first timer, an interesting first timer too, to run an episode like this with you. Yeah. But how it works is you can say whatever you want for however long you want. No, you don't take too long, but you can go ahead and
get real racist.
I mean, it is our final words. We do
user views, right? Listeners are listeners.
No, I like it, but yeah, go ahead. Final words, my guy.
Final words. Yeah, if you guys follow me or follow the Blue Ribbon Nets or anything like that, use Zach's code. If you want one. We are going to be hitting the the river a lot and doing a lot of adventuring this summer. So if you are a listener that is like, you know what, I got a weekend free, I want to see what these guys about. Come along, message us. We'll bring you. We don't care. Like,
honestly, just don't.
We have a raft. We have canoes. We have kayaks. We have jeeps. We go into the Lamar Valley all the time. We do the Beartooth Pass. We do, all sorts of shit. And yeah, dude, you want to come? Sure. We don't care.
Just pay gas.
Yeah. Chip in for gas.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hell, we'll fucking get you a place to sleep if you need it,
Right?
Oh,
hey, don't be throwing it out to everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
All the listeners, man. Any of them.
Yeah, and what's funny is you don't know a lot of our listeners are female, so you're like right up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Like, there's no way. Oh man, more dudes.
More dudes. It's not a Josh Gray party if there's more dudes.
More dudes.
Is that it?
Yep, I think that's it.
That's it for your final words. Well, for my final words, first, I want to thank you for being on. You were a huge save tonight because the Reverend's busy. I mean, he's training for a marathon. He got upgraded in Missoula from running the half marathon to running a full marathon. So
really?
That motherfucker gonna be tired.
Dude, his nipples are gonna be bleeding. Band-aids over him. Like on The Office, Andy Bernard puts like cotton balls under band-aids on his nipples, and he's still like, they're starting to change. It looks like he has giant ass nipples. So funny.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode. But he's getting ready for that. And then we'll actually probably go see you that night and come down to your place and go hot springing because probably gonna need it after 26 miles.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I am. Is it 22?
26.2.
Oh, 0.2. That's
anyone can run 26 miles. Last 0.2 that get you.
Does it?
It's what a bunch of marathoners I've heard say. And I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. I don't know. I don't fucking run. Look at me.
I'll watch you run.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, good luck to him, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful to have you on today and come on to guest with us. I know the Wanderers probably questioned who you is. Just like Matt Buddy, I think the more shit we talk about Matt Buddy on here, the more and more the Wanderers are going to be like, oh man, why they like Matt? You know what I mean? Develop that like relationship for him. So he needs it. Matt Buddy, he struggles, but he doesn't listen to the episode, so we can talk shit about him. No, I'm just kidding. We love everybody. With that being said, goodbye, everybody. Bye.